Hello everybody and welcome. Today I wanted to make a video why I got a Nintendo Switch Lite on 2024. Now this is the Dialga and Palkia limited edition. I was lucky enough to get it for $120 USD, and it was bundled together with Mario Kart that I didn't have as physical game. So I was like, you know what? I was looking for forward to the Zelda themed one, but this is also my favorite Pokemon generation. So I was like, you know what? Maybe this is fine. Maybe I can just use this. After a lot of searching, because I thought that a lot of people gonna start getting off their old devices to get a new one after having a light for many years. So I thought maybe there will be a market for it. I was searching for a while, literally through garbage. It was not easy to do. Let's just say that. But anyway, without further ado, after like hundreds of listings with broken screens, scratched screens, I finally found one that was perfect working condition, and thankfully when it arrived to me, it was pretty good as well. So why did I get this right now? Like, why did I get this so late in the lineup? Like, what could be the possible reason to do this, right? What could be the possible reason to get something like this? And the thing is that the last time that I did traveling and I took my Steam Deck, I was in a very big trip. And I have to say that the Steam Deck did not make life easy. As much as I wanted it to make life easy, it really didn't. And there is nothing wrong with the Steam Deck itself. It was just the games that I was trying to play. Some wanted specific things. So, for example, I'm pretty sure that you have seen videos now that people that are aware of this, that they advise people to do this. But months before, when it was my trip, there was not really any trip advice or something like that with the Steam Deck. So, what was happening to me was that I never enabled before I left the trip the offline mode. So, I assume that it will do automatically when it doesn't have internet connection. And what happened was me going to the airplane and unable to play most of the games. And I could play emulation, but only that. And I was bummed because my whole trip was planned for me to play Persona 3. And that was pretty much the bane of the whole trip. I'm gonna leave it there. The Steam Deck is fine overall as a device. I love it. I still use it. But it has didn't satisfy me as a thing that you are depending on it and this is the only thing you're going to get with you, and sometimes it can be unstable. Now I'm not saying unstable performance and stuff like that, just unstable experience when you're not prepared over something. Now of course that could be my fault not researching, but whatever, I just want something that works, right? And I do have a Steam Deck OLED, but the Steam Deck OLED, would I use it with the SplitPad Pro? When I use the SplitPad Pro, the Steam Deck OLED is bigger than the Steam Deck. The Switch OLED is bigger than the Steam Deck that I have here. So I was like, what is the point? And then I thought back to myself. When I bought the Switch, I actually bought the Switch Lite. My first device was a Switch Lite, but I traded it. I remember I had Dragon Quest 11 and the Switch. And the thing that I thought in my head was like, you know what? I should get a bigger Switch because I wanted to play Smash Brothers. And originally, when I got it, I didn't think that through. So I was like, okay, I will get this. And I traded my blue Switch Lite for a Switch, a normal Switch. And when I did that, it's fine. Like, I traded some of the games and I got it for free. So when I got it, I started buying games and stuff like that. And then I had like that was the version 2. Then I got the OLED. And then I got a hacked version 1. And now I got this. Now, the reason I got this is obviously for the size. It may not seem too much from the camera, but to give you a little bit more of an approach, it's with the 3DS, with the 3DS XL, look at the difference here that we have. Look at how much almost the same it is, like the thickness and everything. And the 3DS, you can fit it in your pocket. And this one, with a little bit more extra, and if you have the TomTog, the TomTog case that is very slim, definitely can fill into a big pocket. And I'm not saying like cargo pants, just a little bit bigger pocket. Like if this fits, most likely this will fit as well, or just the lip may be a little bit out from your jeans or other things that you may have. And the thing with this is that I got it because I'm gonna go on a trip on September, and I think that this is gonna be the perfect thing. And when I tested it and I started doing things, it definitely felt like it because it's so lightweight. Like you can't imagine. I had forgotten how this was when I got the Switch version 2 and I had the Split Pad Pro connected to it immediately because normally I couldn't play like with the Joy-Cons, immediately my hands would be cramped. With this back then, not as much, but I didn't play too much. I had this for the Switch Lite Blue, I had it for like a month, and then immediately I jumped because I wanted to play Smash. And yeah, like the whole thing, I thought that at the time, like, oh, this small one, whatever. But I was a user that was using a lot the 3DS. And I'm not gonna lie, I love the OLED, how it is, but I definitely can't say that it's a portable. You cannot say that it's a handheld device. Like, usually, the handheld, you can grab it with one hand very easily. Even a kid can do it. And you can put it in your pocket. This, even with this little lip that it has here, if you have a very slim case, you're not gonna have any problems. And I think many people are gonna get the Lite for the Hyrule edition just for collection reasons, personal, or they're gonna have it the same as me for traveling and have their Switch OLED just like in the base. And when they're gonna play something like a bigger game, for example, for me, when I played a game like Xenoblade 3, Xenoblade 3 is like a very big RPG and has like a lot of things going on. So when you zoom out, when you are in this smaller screen, it's a little bit harder to see, but not like a problem. But in this kind of games, maybe you have a little bit of an issue, but in other games, you definitely get an advantage because when the resolution is lower in this smaller screen, you definitely feel it less. And it's definitely way more ergonomic than the normal Switch. Uh, I have never met a person that without any grips or anything, the Switch was normal to them for hours. So I don't know if the grown-ups is just in the minority here, but this feels way better because it's way shorter here, so your hand doesn't feel like incredibly awkward that you have to hug the with your whole hands. But here you can just leave the hands that you normally have for the handles here, and even make the position of a handle and keep playing the game normally. So that's how I hold it now, and it's way more comfortable than holding the Switch OLED with the Joy-Cons on. And we're talking about without any additional grips. I may get a case that I saw that you could have a case that it was like you flip it on top and it's magnetic, you can take it off, and it had some handles on the back as well for support. So probably I will get that, and maybe I'm gonna review it. But in general, even though I just had it again for a little bit, the D-pad here feels incredibly good, and the way that you can grab it with your hand over here, and you can play with the D-pad and have the normal controls over here for something like a Game Boy or Super Nintendo emulation through here on the NSO, it feels way better. So even games like the Prince of Persia and the Lost Crown, I definitely felt better playing it here than the normal Switch, and it's because of the controls. The D-pad is actually very good as well. So I'm very happy and I'm very pleased with the purchase. And I'm pretty sure that people that are going to get the Hyrule edition going to get pleased as well with their purchase. And they're going to see that, oh, this is actually a way better handheld experience, easier to get it around, easier to get it on a trip. You just put it in a pocket and you just get it out when you want. That was really my problem with the Steam Deck, because I had some issues that the Steam Deck for some reason would open by itself during the flight, and that scared the bejesus out of me, and it was really annoying. So I don't want to deal with any of that again. Probably I won't take Steam Deck with me on a trip, and I will just be taking this little guy. This feels secure. I will just get a thing for it, and it fits in many places, even in your pocket, and you don't think about it. And that's what really much I want something from a handheld. And that's why I still was rocking a lot my 3DS. And with the library that this thing has on a trip, for so many hours that the battery lasts, with the same battery that can barely charge one time this thing that I have, it can charge 3 to 4 times this thing. So I think it's just a better proposition. Now, I'm not saying that the Steam Deck is bad or anything. I love the Steam Deck and I still use it to this day. I started playing Disco Elysium on it and it's very, very cool compared to the Switch version of Disco Elysium that is bad. But I'm just saying that, bigger screen is not always the best thing for a handheld. And that's why with all these big handhelds, we're kind of getting away from the normal handheld thing, and we're getting into an era of, or just put a big screen and a thing and you just really can't put it in your pocket. This is almost like a laptop now. And truly it functions like a laptop. It even uses laptop chips. So in my opinion, I would say that if you have any interest into this, do it, because it is really helpful. Like, I already got it a little bit and I can definitely tell that this is the right device to have for a trip. Now I can't say much because I want to also buy a matte screen protector to be able to get it to play outside when it's on vacation or whatever. So that is the next thing that I plan to do. And yeah, like overall, this is like my plan. And this device is really cool because you can play almost all the games from the Switch catalog. There is no performance difference, and you don't have to worry about anything. Everything should be here. Funny enough, I was able to put, without any SD card, all my physical games that I have here. I was able to put them. How many games it is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 24 games. 24 games with a 30 gigabyte internal system with all the upgrades. And I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to buy anything extra. Of course, I will get a new SD card for this to get some of the digital games, but if you didn't want it, you don't even have to do that. If you have physical games, that is the beauty of it. So, yeah, that is the video for today. Apologies for no uploads for the couple of days. I was really sick and then I got COVID. So back to back, I was out of commission for a while. I got a treadmill, started getting healthier. So thanks everyone for watching. Hope you have a great day. If you really like this video, like it. If you loved it, subscribe. See you next time.